Hello everyone. Today we want to demonstrate how to collect fingerprint from a suspect. Um, how to collect fingerprint from a suspect, or simply put, how to ink fingerprint of a suspect. How to ink fingerprint of a suspect. What are the material needed? The first material that we need is ink pad. We need an ink pad. We need fingerprint card. On this fingerprint card, you have a part of it that the subject or the suspect needs to fill the consent part of it. He or she will need to sign it. His name and signature will be there to show that he consented to it. In fact, the title of this document, this card, is a fingerprint collection consent form. So in this case, you will not need to use a separate form for the consent to collect the consent of the suspect. So now, the first thing to do before you collect the fingerprint, or before you hang his fingerprint for collection, is to make sure that he or she make sure he wash his hand or her hand. Then make sure that a damp cloth is used to dry the hand after washing it, and ensure that the fingers are free of lint from the towel that you use to dry the hand, so that nothing of any sort will prevent the fingerprint from appearing well on the paper, on the collection card. Now, there are three methods of inking a fingerprint. We have three inking methods. The first one is stainless steel method. The second one is fingerprint pads, using fingerprint pad, and the third one is using inkless system. But because of the fact that the process for all the three are the same, and what is the process? You make sure that you have ink on the finger. It must cover it from one edge to the other. Cover the entire from one end to the other. Then you roll it from one end of the nail to the other side of the nail. You roll it like that, so that you can transfer it to the consent to the fingerprint collection consent form or fingerprint card. So you collect it, you transfer it to that place, one after the other. The thumbprint first, the index, the middle, the ring, and the little finger. So you do it for the first hand, then for the left hand also. Because of the fact that they are using the same process, we are going to use just the fingerprint part to demonstrate what we want to demonstrate this evening. Now, so when you want to start it, you hold the hand of the suspect. If you are fingerprinting this one or this one, you make sure the other fingers are bent toward the other side. If it is this one, make sure they are bending backward like this. If it is this one, let others bend backward. Then you roll it from one side of the nail to the other side of the nail, covering the entire fourth segment of the finger from the tip to this line and all other ones like that. So now let's do this one. So look at it. So it covers from one side to the other so that it will, when you have enough area to cover, it will be easy for you, because it will be easy for you to compare to the one you collected from the crime scene. No, in the crime scene, you won't have the whole thing like this. You may just have a segment of the fingerprint at the crime scene. So when you get that one and you bring it together, you will still have, it doesn't matter how small that one may be, you will have a place to compare it, where you're supposed to compare them to one another, to each other. So there are some problems that may come up with prints. So that the problem is having poor impression. So if you have poor impression, there are some things that can cause it. The first one is when you use a thin or colored ink. When the ink is too thin, when it's too light, it will give you what you want. Then if it is colored also is not appropriate to use. Any color is not appropriate to use except black. So it's better use black ink. When you use something like blue, brown, red, or yellow, it's going to give you faint lines, which will not allow good comparison, because you won't be able to read it very well. Then another thing that can cause poor impression is foreign matter on the finger. When you make the suspect to wash his hand, and you see have some lint from the cloth he used to dry his hand, or maybe there are some dirt on the hand. This can cause a poor impression. Then another thing that can cause it is failure to clean the ink apparatus after use. That is if you are using stainless steel method. Then the use of too little or too much ink also can cause, if the ink is too much, then it's going to give you something like this. If it is too much, then if it is too faint, then you have something like you have here. If it is too faint, look at it. So, but this one is perfect. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay to be read. So you can now use this one to this is where we are going to stop today. So next time we discuss on another thing. Thank you and bye bye. Please share this video with your professional colleagues. Let them partake of the lecture. Share it, and even click on the notification bell, so that anytime we load or we have a lecture like this, you can be notified. Thank you and God bless you.